Hi, so today I wanted to do something a little bit different. This has nothing to do with acting. This is just more of fun story time. Uh, I'm super duper nervous. My heart is racing like out of my chest right now, just because I've wanted to do this for a long time. But some of this stuff is kind of embarrassing, but it's also to me a little bit funny. So, trigger warning if you don't like immature content, if you don't want to hear stories from my past, then look away. But I'm not going to mention anyone's name. These are more just stories where people were involved, where it's funny, um, and where I can kind of just be free to tell a little bit about my past. So where are we going to start? Um, I did a lot of things to be funny. I was more of like a self-sabotager than anything else. Um, Sometimes I just wasn't really thinking about consequences, but um, I'm just going to go ahead and share. Um, which one should I tell first? This one's tough. I guess I'll start with the first one and just be brave. There was a time where I fell in a fire. I'm going to own it. That's what we're going to call this, owning it. I did a lot of drinking and I did it on an empty stomach. I was at a party. I was really nervous, uncomfortable around people that I thought didn't like me. And I tripped over a rock and yeah, my ass landed in a fucking fire. A very nice nurse, won't mention names, pulled me out, took me into the bathroom, inspected my ass, and the leggings were stuck to my butt. So that wasn't fun. I ended up having to go to a wound clinic um, and get, like burn treatments and all this other stuff, but my butt is fine. Let's just make that clear. My butt is fine. There was a time where, let's just say I live near a body of water, and there were these kids, and I was fishing, just minding my own business with a friend, and all of a sudden I heard like some scurrying away kind of noise, and I was like, let's go check on the beer. So I walk over and I go check on it, and it's gone, and then I just start like chasing after them, and I'm like, get the fuck back here. And like they they got in their car and they're like, go go go. And I don't know what came over me, but I was just pissed because I'm like, I just bought this fucking 12 pack, like what the fuck. um I was not thinking about, do they have knives, do they have a gun. I was just like, more like, you're not touching my Bud Light or my Miller Lite or whatever the hell it was. So that's the story. I don't know what happened to those kids, what happened that night, but I'm sure they had a lot of fun. I ended up crying, and my friend took me to the store to get cigarettes. I don't smoke butts anymore, but yeah, so that happened. um, there's another really funny story I want to tell. How do I start this? So I was at a Halloween party with my friend, and we're talking maybe like 2004 or 5, so this is a long time ago. I'm probably like, I don't know, maybe 20 years old around that time. And we go there and we're tasting a bunch of foods at this big table, and we're tasting them, and I don't know what was going on with me at the time, but I think I just wanted to be funny, and I was like, I don't like that. And I would just huck it in the corner, and she followed suit, so she was like, I don't like that either. And we just kept like hucking foods and laughing, and we just had like laughing gas that night, which is not very nice that we were throwing food in someone's house. But all of a sudden we go outside, or she's already outside, and she's twirling her finger like this in a hot tub, and I walk out the door, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, hello, my friend's name. There's a guy right across from you beating off. And she's like, oh my God, oh my God. And she's sitting there like texting, twirling her fingers, has no idea this is happening. And then we go inside. We end up getting into a weird argument and fighting on the ground on a rug, which is really funny because we're friends to this day, and we never fight. So I think that's the only fight we've ever gotten into in like 30 years. So that's kind of funny. And then I'm pretty sure we woke up in a kid's bedroom on bunk beds. So that's kind of funny. What else? I had a real issue with liking to trash bathrooms when I was younger. Not really the nicest thing in the world, but I was really into like just getting a reaction out of people, making them laugh. So I am sorry if I probably have had my karma where I've had to clean a lot of nasty bathrooms after that, and that probably was my karma because I trashed a lot of bathrooms. I'm talking take the soap dispenser, go like this, rip a sign down, trash it all with toilet paper, wrap myself up like a mummy, Like anything to just be ridiculous. So yeah, that was a big part of me. Uh, my 21st birthday. I remember my sister took me to the liquor store, and I went to a friend's house, and I had to go up these 4 huge flights of stairs, and I had a 30 rack, and it was super heavy. And I just remember being like just ready to rock. Like I didn't care what mood anybody else was in. I just knew I was in full blown Lisa mode. It's going down. And I remember taking, I don't even know where I got them from, but like, Kool-Aid packets, we have to mix it with water, and they're like really bright, like dye, like red. And I'm taking them and I'm going like this all over the place, blasting music. I was not thinking about this. The next day, my friend's rug, completely trashed. Like, you cannot get it off. The dye is like permanent, stained their whole rug. There was many nights I had to apologize for, you know, my behavior. And I'm glad that I'm at a point in my life now where I don't have to wake up and apologize, because I don't drink anymore and I don't do ridiculous things. So that's really nice. So we all have a past. I'm not ashamed of mine. Some of mine is funny, and some of mine I just kind of want to share because I'm just such a different person now. Let me see what else I got. Okay. Here's another funny one. I was with a group of friends and we were at Six Flags. I think it was 2004. And we're in line for Superman, and it's probably like a 2-hour line. And I don't know what came over me, but I must have been bored, so it felt like instigating. And there's this guy in front of us, completely by himself. Picture somebody that's like an adult, they're short with red hair. They're wearing like a plaid shirt, and they have like almost like, I don't know if it's a pocket protector, but they got like some pens in their pocket, and they just look like they don't belong there. And I don't know why this guy was like right in front of us, but I just decided to take little pieces of his hair and pull them. And then he turns around, and of course I pretend it's not me. But obviously it was me. And then we're stuck in this line with this guy for like 2 hours. You know how awkward that was? Like, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life, that I picked on this stupid guy that just was minding his own business, trying to go on the Superman ride. So wherever you are, if you're still alive, sorry. Sometimes I was kind of a jerk. So I look back at it now, and it's a little funny, but it's also like, at least you were a jerk. So there's that one. I don't want to share them all in one day, so I'll do one more. There was a kid in high school that was kind of a dick to me. I remember I snuck out of my house, and I was like probably 14, with a friend, and we went uptown, and we were going to go get a cigarette from this kid. So we knock on his window, and he gives us a cigarette. He charges us $5, and then we're like, fuck, we don't have a lighter. So he's like, oh, it's $5 for a lighter. And I just remember him being just like one of those kids that's just a dick. So years later, I'm in my 20s, and I'm dating a guy, and we have a huge party, and there's like a keg stand and a band in the backyard, and he's doing a keg stand. Well, he didn't do a very good job, because I guess he bashed his teeth, and there was blood all over his face. And I'm in the house at this point, and he's banging on the door and trying to come in, and his mouth is all bloody, and I'm like, you're not fucking coming in here. And not because, like, I don't care, but I'm thinking about years before and how he was a dick. And I was just like, dude, you're not coming in here. And I've seen him to this day, and I just try to not make eye contact, because it's like, dude, it's just awkward. You probably feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot. I just don't want to have to see you. So there's that one, and I just call it's basically karma, because he was such a dick, and then, I'm not helping you with your bloody face, buddy. Maybe that's mean, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. So I'm going to leave it there today, but I hope you got some laughs out of this. Sorry I started off so nervous. I'm not used to being so oversharing with the world. But I guess that's it. I hope you laughed. I hope you don't hold a grudge against me for, my past, and maybe I'll be able to share some more stories if you like these. Thank you.